Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fox and Mule. My name's Blake, and I have my good old friend Janna here.
Hey, this is the origin story prequel edition where we go to our epic backstory.
Kind of. so
I mean,
basically, we are going to be covering some amazing content from a website where we both met each other and we met a lot of our friends at. And that is called My Lion King. Do not bother going here. It is a broken site. It is a forum that it had its moments. It had some great people there. Still have friends from there. Know people that have gotten married there. I'm going to be getting married to my boyfriend that I met here soon. and Jan is one of my best friends. And we met here too. And
oh god.
it has its wonderful moments, but it also has like a smaller version of Twitter. It has creeps. It has weirdos. It has cringe lords. And all of that too. If Janna can say a bunch about that too really quick.
I mean, you don't need to go here. It is a forum run by mental boomers for mental boomers, and it kind of reached its peak in 2012 and gradually decreased into nothing. But the threads run deep. Yeah, it's really my relationship king, the relationship drama and the friendships breaking and exploding into the public chat room and arguments
Mm-hmm.
where 15 people be sitting inactive on the chat room watching it, probably getting screen caps. Yeah, it was a weird time.
Yeah.
Honestly, most of my teenage years, I joined, I was 13, and I mean, I guess I'm still technically on the site. I kind of stopped being active when I
Oh,
was like
I
18 or
stopped.
19, so
I stopped a long time
pretty
ago.
much my entire teenage years. When did we meet exactly? I think we first interacted, like 2014?
Yeah, first interacted in 2014, which was near the end of me being active. We became friends after I like mostly stopped being active on this site.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
I think I saw you around because
yeah.
I joined kind of late for you guys. I joined in
Mm-hmm.
2012, but I remember because my friend Lucy from Fanfic Net joined here in 2011 and
Mm-hmm.
kind of dragged me. So I've been in the fandom since 2011, but I mostly stopped being active when I was like 18 or so.
Yeah. So that's kind of the backstory of this site. We just know there are a lot of infamous things in our friend circle, as far as amazing. I know the word's overused, but it's just 100% true in this context. Amazing cringe content that we want to cover for you and do some dramatic readings of and such. And we're also just going to do some general searching around the site. It's broken as hell, but we're going to see if we can find anything that might be entertaining and take a look at that for you. We'll cut around, see what we can find for a little bit, and have a little fun. And we're not here to like call anybody out. We're not here to like go into anything deep or any actual drama. We're just gonna be looking over mostly the fanboy cringe content and the strange stuff, the stuff that's
Yeah.
just odd. And we are going to
Then
start with this masterpiece.
Timon the Great, the fucking legend that we've brought up in videos before, because
Mm-hmm.
he was a character.
So, and all of this over, all the drama over a fucking Lion King site and just all of this amazing content that we're going to bring to you today. But this is just a masterpiece in what the fuck fanfic made by Timon the Great, the one and only. He loves Timon with
I'm
all of
pretty
his
sure
heart.
like 96% of his forum posts are in-depth analysis of Timon. Like, I swear to God, and the other 4% are like, I'm a Christian Donald Trump supporter and I love
Ugh.
Timon. Okay, we get it. You like Timon. You're a special snowflake. Oh my God.
Oh, he
Literally,
doesn't
I
like
remember
Timon. He loves Timon
he like won't
with
shut
all
the
of his
fuck up
heart.
about Timon. He's like, I don't support LGBT stuff, but I'm here like, fam, I'm
Ugh.
pretty sure you have a crush on Timon, okay? Can we just get it out in the open? Okay, just accept it. But I remember that thread, that fucking drama thread, when the site kind of blew up. And there's like
Mm-hmm.
literal like allegations, like people are flipping out at each other, like allegations of like stalking and shit or whatever it was, cyber bullying, whatever the fuck. And Timon the Great just comes in like, yeah, I just feel like people should be able to talk about certain characters and blah, blah, blah. And I remember Sam just like fucking came in like, fam, no one gives a fuck about Timon right now.
No one gives a fuck about Timon.
That was basically the extent of it. He's like, and she's like, no one gives a fuck about Timon. Shut the fuck up. And then he got all like ass hurt, and we're just like, okay, yeah, this thread is getting derailed for no good reason.
That's amazing. It's oh god, that's so fucking funny. But without further ado, we're going to do a. So sadly, what you see, we're not on My Lion King right now, and that is because, out of likely shame, which we'll get into over time, we don't want to spoil it too much, but probably out of shame, he has deleted it from there and from fanfic.net. But some of it survives. Chapters 1 and the final survive on Wayback Machine, so that's what we're going to be covering.
The internet always remembers, guys. If you ever want to write pseudo porn about someone with their mom, the internet remembers.
So let us continue without further ado. Let's do our dramatic reading. The story is called "A Night to Not Forget" by Timonarama. He is on the site. A short time after the original non-movie theater ending of 1.5-3, Ma initially expresses concern to her son Timon on how things may be between them now that their lives have changed after leaving their original predator-prone home. Late this night, however, this absolute Chad comes to realize how much his mother truly means to him with their deep but pure
deep but pure boner energy.
but pure love for each other.
Guys, I'm just gonna say this fanfic puts MILF on like another level.
Incest MILF. Okay, you want to read?
My mother, it's my mother. I'd like to fuck.
My mother, MILF.
Like with emphasis, like a drawn out MILF.
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 You want to read the next paragraph?
Or you can do Ma MILF. My own mother, I'd like to fuck. Ma MILF.
Ma MILF.
This is an idea I had thought about for a long while before typing this, and had only begun doing so later last year. Expect I'll be uploading this chapter by chapter, slowly, and that there will be more feeling to come from it.
More feeling.
Okay, porn. I will just mention 3 things. 3 things, motherfuckers. And
3 fucking things.
3 fucking things to explain to you. And but there are more than welcome to skip to content if you wish. I guess we're not doing that. 1. I really feel that this is something that should have been shown on Timon's film between him and his mother, who's been there for him since the very beginning. Had it not been for the silhouette movie theater scenes and Timon with Pumbaa and Simba throughout a good part of the film, so I have had a lot of enthusiasm and encouragement writing this. Okay, who was encouraging this? Now. Oh,
Now.
Okay, maybe there's a shred of self-awareness. Now, the romance genre is
I don't think there is any.
The son-mother relationship fic because of the intimacy that is apparent from their relationship shown from the film. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember this. People would have been talking about that.
Oh god, he's like so close to self-aware, but not quite there. It is deep to very deep on this word, but no incest. No incest, guys. Don't get your mind out of the gutter.
I swear to God, guys.
It's really not, guys. Oh my god. This is mainly in third person limited from his own eyes, body, feelings, etc. For a revealing and intimate look at the story within the story. Smiley, 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 smiley. Oh,
Ugh, that
Okay,
makes me
well,
uncomfortable.
I feel like now that he's denying it, it makes it weirder, and it was
Yeah,
already.
it's actually worse.
Fam, yeah, it makes it worse. I'm like, fam, if you're getting allegations of writing incest porn from multiple people, probably, I don't know, but he must have deleted it because it got too much to handle. I don't know. I don't know if anyone ever commented, but someone probably told him in private, fam, you writing incest porn?
Fam, you
Like, if
ready?
this is
Incest
happening
porn?
to you, you messed up. This has never happened to me. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Amazing. All right, let's start up the amazingly titled "A Night to Never Forget."
To
Um,
not forget.
in the middle of the night, Timon wakes up on his large hammock to see Ma standing there in front of him. For context for anybody, that Ma is just his mother. That's just, she doesn't have a real name. She seems to
Right.
not be at ease.
Super deep character there.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Timmy. Ma tells her son gently. I'm sorry if I woke you up at a bad time right now, honey. The only light shining on them is from the moonlight above, vividly lighting the area of the jungle paradise where they are at.
What's going on, Ma? Timon says in a waking tone and sits up on the border of his hammock.
Oh, it's nothing serious, Timmy. But I can't sleep right now, so I thought I would come over here for a short while to be with you, since I was over there, where Uncle Max is. But he's fast asleep. If you're too sleepy to stay awake right now, I'll let you go back to sleep.
How old is Timon supposed to be in this story?
And mommy's here for you.
I don't know.
I'm literally an adult, Ma. Timon realizes quickly that his mother wants to be with him, so he does not want to displease her, and also because he notices that something is bothering her inside. He cares enough, even this late in the night, in wanting to know what is distressing Ma. Oh no, Ma, he says calmly. You can stay here with me if you want to. It's not like I haven't gotten any sleep It's not like I haven't gotten any sleep at all tonight, you know. He gives her an assuring smile with his hands together over his lap and still trying to wake up.
Thank you, sweetie. Ma beams. She then sits on the other side of the comfortable but sturdy hammock opposite from where Timon is sitting, but still right next to him with her hands laid on her side. Timon yawns briefly and then turns to his mother, who is now sitting next to him on his right side.
You seem to be bugged by something, Ma. Are you feeling all right, Ma? Timon asks with concern.
Well, as I said, I wanted to come over here and be with you right now, honey. Ma replies a little tensely, which Timon senses, but she continues. But I feel better now that I'm here. She turns to him, smiling. But it's just, well, I've been thinking about how things are going to be between us now that you've become so well liked around the colony and at the Pride Lands with Simba, and we're now living in this paradise. This home isn't like what it was where we were whatever the fuck that says, isn't like it was where we were so used to living. What?
It's a strangely written sentence.
No wonder I tripped on it. What the fuck is that? Oh, Ma explains. Sorry. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. That's still... God, paragraph tags, dialogue tags, what are those? It doesn't explain who is speaking. I thought that was your line, because I already had like 5.
Nope, Ma continues.
Nope.
The Legend of Ma.
That's in the same paragraph. It's the same person. What's that? I mean, I'm very happy that you've done great things for all of us, and that we're living in a much better place, Timon. But I feel that with everything going on in your life now, well, I guess I'm still not used to seeing you like this, since you left the colony to find what you were looking.
Timon is wide awake now. It seems that after what Ma has just told him, she does feel better, though he remains silent with just the sounds of the jungle persisting around them. and looks at the area in front of him for a moment to scratch his bright red moonlit hair, while carefully thinking about Ma's words. Timon already knows extremely well that his mother loves him very much, and has been there for him since the beginning, and doesn't want to ever let go of him. He also thinks about how it would be when Ma becomes old enough that she would need him to help take care of her, and Uncle Max, everybody's favorite character. That is, in the back of his mind, if Max is still alive by then.
Oh, he won't be, but that's fine.
Now I'll be fucking dead. Fucking stupid Uncle Max.
He's already old man, so.
That's true. So, chapter 1 is pretty tame, but we're skipping right to chapter 5, where we're gonna miss a lot of context, but that's okay. I can only fucking horrifyingly imagine what is between part 1 and part 5, because I do not remember very clearly. I just remember reading this and being like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. Chapter 1 is pretty tame. Like, so far, I wouldn't be too suspicious. But thankfully we have...
Well, aside from the fact he put the fucking romance tag on it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just, like, without the tag. Just, like, as is, I wouldn't be super suspicious. Like, if I just read the story part, it wouldn't be that suspicious yet.
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm here. Sorry, the cat wanted to get in the room. What?
I'm screaming seeing this again.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be so good.
This is so... Oh my god, it went 0 to 100 and I had flashbacks so hard.
Alright, are you fucking ready?
Oh god, okay. Putting my popcorn bag down.
So this is the beginning, right? This you are okay to... Yeah, it looks correct.
Okay. Okay. And trauma flashbacks. You are okay, Timon. I love you very, very much. Ma softly tells her beautifully comical looking son while still holding onto his head. A moment later, Timon raises himself from Ma and slowly opens his eyes, making eye contact to his mother once again. Ma holds one hand on the back of her son's smooth, vivid red hair and gently strokes it for a moment longer before setting it on his relaxed shoulder after slowly caressing the back of his ears and neck along the way with her fingers.
Timon, with the loving feelings still very strong in his body, lets out a deep but gentle breath and sigh of pleasure from his mouth, showing his string of comical looking I like how he acknowledges it's a cartoon upper teeth at the same time. He gently swallows once more, with his neck responding by his throat making a slight sound, and the sides of his neck slightly move and then back to normal, while his mother... Fuck. What? While his mother touches and rubs him on this part of his body with her hands, and he remains completely relaxed. Oh.
He is now almost completely sure that Ma does feel his body positively react to the caressing she is giving him, and continues to do so by also gently rubbing his belly area where his 5 tan markings on his back.
Oh my god. Why is there rubbing? Why is there so much rubbing?
Oh my god, suddenly his stomach rub and you're like having a fucking orgasm.
his I love belly rubs. It's so much different feeling from when I was 5 versus 22. His eyelids. Oh, go ahead.
His eyelids lower again, and his black pupils enlarge somewhat, and a tear of content leaves one of his slightly bulging eyes bulging.
That's a problem.
His eyes are content. I'm just imagining him softly close. No, his eyes are fucking bulging out of his stomach.
Yes, of course. Son, you do have a problem.
Like, oh, eyes bulging. Belly rubbed. Ah!
Ma sees the tear about to leave his eye, and she uses her right hand to gently wipe it from the bottom of his eyelid, where a thin eyelash lays, with her fingers while he closes his eyes before opening them again. His loving smile, along with his mother's, remains.
After a moment later, he then slowly opens his mouth, fully showing his comical teeth and gently fucking say comical teeth one more time, mother.
God, that's the worst description possible. Comical looking. That is a terrible adjective. Holy shit. Oi.
Especially for something that's like not. It's very funny, but it's, like I said, not a shred of self. This is unintentionally funny.
Yeah,
so,
that word does not work when you're trying to be dramatic in the first place.
When you're trying to be unironically serious, and I'm just crying, but it's not funny on it's funny, but not on purpose.
Oi, you're not gonna mess with my hair this time, Ma. You've got to be kidding me. He looks at Ayusi with a smile for a moment. Ayusi with a smile for a moment. Timon's mother laughs softly when she hears this and replies,
"Why would I not be, Timmy?" Timon senses that Ma always knows, since he, her very own son, being born out of her gaping vagina, which is definitely very excited right now at stroking her son. Sorry, I'm adding all this, but since he was born out of her very own vagina, has a perfectly unique sense of humor. They continue to lovingly smile and gaze into each other's eyes, little butterflies like lovers. It's amazing. Both with an open mouth.
Why is that detail there? Both with an open mouth.
Open mouth. She's pretty. Mama pretty.
Me mama. Perfectly funny son. Timon moves his hands up to the sides of his mother's head next to her beige cheek and affectionately places them on it and lightly rubs them with his dark-colored fingers. Ma allows him to do so.
Gross little meerkat fingers.
Ma allows him to do so, and Timon leaves them there for a moment longer and then moves his head next to Ma's, relaxing his shoulders and moving his head outward to kiss her slowly on the side. At least on the side, and causes a very slight smacking sound.
Oh, God.
His mother gently lays.
I'm just imagining not even the side of her head, just her side. I'm like, that guy.
Her side. Oh, no. Not good.
Not good, not good. Abort.
Abort.
22
years later, abort.
Gonna suck her cock right now. Very light.
Yum, yum, yum.
His mother gently lays her fingers on his neck as he kisses her on the side of the head. Timon deeply feels Ma's touch just below his head for a brief moment as he lovingly kiss. Okay, we get it. Lots of kissing.
Yes, we understand.
He lovingly kisses. Ma then moves him to just in front of each other's lovely meerkat noses, at least better than comical, and he looks directly into her beautiful green eyes. Ma gives Timon a lovingly confident and assuring smile and uses her left hand to stroke the back of his red hair down and caress him all the way down to his shoulders. To his shoulders, you freak! Once more.
Once more. I like the description of lovely. That's very vague. Lovely
Very
meerkat
lovely and
noses.
Lovingly,
Love, love, love.
lovingly confident, loving kiss.
Lovity
On
dubbity
the
dubbity.
side. On the side or the side of the head, not clear. Instructions not clear.
Instructions not clear. Timon closes his eyes and gently sighs outward from his mouth just in front of Ma. But like as if he'd be anywhere else right now. She, however, does not mind this, and then gently brushes the rims of his drooping, black, outside-facing ears with her fingers while supporting his head in them. Ugh. Is she digging for gold or whatever you call it? Ugh. Facing away from his body, where he also feels the opposite sides of them brushing his thin neck as they hang down in between it as well. I barely followed that, but okay.
What the fuck are these descriptions? That's like the most pointless detail where it doesn't need to be. Okay, his outside-facing ears. What other direction?
Yeah, not to be confused with his inside-facing ears. You know, the
we
ones.
needed the extra word or two in there for clarity because I wasn't imagining his ears were like facing toward outside. I imagine they were just fucking imploded on themselves.
Timon moves back in front of his mother and lays his hands down on his lap where he continues to look into his mother's eye and happily sighs a moment later. How long has this been? 5 chapters of this.
I know. It's bad enough without oh god. I also read that as her lap and I was like, oh, this is very
Not quite that bad. Not quite.
Not quite, but you know he wrote a chapter 6, probably considered posting it.
Probably. Oh ma.
They lovingly touched her neck and then her stomach, and then there was probably a point where it's like, well, what comes after that? I don't know.
Oh, Ma, how would I be without you?
Ma chuckles and takes a hold of her adult son's right
Adult son. Just so you know.
Just so
That makes it worse.
I know. Just so we all are clear. Of her adult son's right hand in front of her and holds it in hers and gently rubs it. You know you'll always be my Timon, my son and hero. Ma lovingly smiles.
Oh my god. Amazing. Okay, so let us we are now to the final chapter. Or the final section. I need a breather. Holy shit. That part, like, when we were only like a third of the way, I died already.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Timon smiles very deeply to her and moves his left hand to place on top of his mother's that she has on top of his other one. Just stacking that shit.
Stacking the hands. His other one. He only has 2 hands. Okay. Why is it so complicated to describe where 2 hands are? I don't know.
I don't know.
He fully realizes now what a very wonderful mother he has of his own.
His own.
Yeah, I know. This, like, when he chooses to add description is like baffling. Oh, of his own. I thought this was someone else's mom. Okay. Who truly loves him for who he is ever since he first saw her in the beginning of his life, shortly after she shoved him out of her gaping...
The J.
Yeah, the big one. The big baby hole.
Also, it only took 5 years of them staring at each other and rubbing each other for him to finally realize how wonderful his mother is.
Yep.
Just now.
From the very first moment she shoved me and I saw her, and this doesn't make it weird, guys. Seriously, it doesn't. It's not weird. It's not incest, guys.
It's not weird. I swear to God.
It's not weird, guys. For a moment, Timon thinks about the fact that he may very well be a mama's boy.
No.
Yeah.
No! You don't fucking say!
Mama's little boy.
A little too
Wink,
much of
wink.
one. Just gonna say.
He's like one of those. He likes them older. and related to him. But for all that he's done for his friends, family, and colony, he fully accepts it. If it is so, it definitely is so.
If it is
He now
so.
knows that even his colony, who initially despised him in the beginning, respects him for what he has done after leaving them once. But he looks on them, just as he looks on his friends. A moment
Good for
later,
him.
after looking at each other once more and hands together, they let go, and Ma then moves to lay her head on top of Timon's masculine line. I don't know, that's a stretch, fam.
Masculine. He is just ripped.
Firmly wraps her arms around her son's tall, somewhat slender body, leaving his arms and hands free where his fingers lay on the sides of the hammock, and she puts one hand on the back of his head while slowly kissing him on the bottom. Sorry, the bottom of it. Instructions unclear. Kissing him on the bottom of it, below his wide mouth.
His dummy wide mouth.
I'm just imagining with his lips pressed together, like,
So just close enough to his fucking mouth for it to technically not be incest. I'll read a few. Actually, it's actually just a loving.
It's really not, guys. Why does everyone say that? I feel like if he's addressing it, he knows. But
Someone had to have said something.
Someone had to have been like, "Hey, fam, have you like actually read your fanfic?" Yeah, I wrote it. No, I mean like, have you actually read it? Have you sat down and read what you wrote and thought about it?
You may want to rethink it a little bit. Just wanna be a pal and help you out here.
Yeah, just so I'm PMs, I'm just like, you may want to. Have you read it? You may want to. And it's like, well, why? And I'm not gonna say why. I just feel like you should reread it. He's like, well, but I wrote it. I know.
But why?
No. But you need to like sit down and really reread it. But why? I have it's very touching. I thought it was quite good. Do I need to remove some of the words? Is it too wordy? Is that the problem? No, I think it's more to do with the like the subject material of it, and just the delivery. You know, I just.
How do I put this? How do I?
I
don't
feel
get
like. You know, you need to read that Bible verse about like man shall not lay with his own, you know, how do I say this? His what's the word? You know, his own kin. That one. You need to read that and then sit down and just really think about it. I don't know. That's all. That's my suggestion. I'm not, not saying you should do anything. I just feel like you should reread it.
I'm not the expert, Mark, but it's just suggestion.
It's just suggestion, and he's like, oh shit, deletes off the internet.
I finally realized what you mean.
I woke up and I realized it's a little fucking creepy.
Just a little bit.
There's a little bit of sexual tension.
A little bit. Just a little.
Wait, did I write that? I didn't write it on purpose. That's not godly.
That's not godly.
That's not godly.
Yes.
I didn't write that on purpose. Did this all just come out of my fingers typing?
It came out of his ass, that I know.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. All right.
She sinks her head into his very soft beige chest fur above his tuft line.
Tuft line.
Tuft line. Pubes? Question mark? No. His tuft on his chest. Closes her eyes, feeling a warm, comforting heartbeat. This is literally like high school teenage lovers here.
Timon looks down at his mother, whose head is laying on his chest with a deeply loving smile, and slowly but affectionately wraps his arms around her. After he does so, Ma moves her head up to just above her son's chest line, Getting closer, alert, alert, a light-colored fur on it to see her Dun's deeply sincere smile and face close to hers, along with his large black nose and his heroically and human-like, I thought it was cartoony, human-like relaxed shoulders and neck.
I don't need to hear about his fucking human shoulders and his comical teeth and his little meerkat fingers. Fucking weird.
Lovely nose, human-like shoulders, cartoonish fucking teeth.
Comical teeth. Why are his teeth what's comical? It's not like, oh, his comical.
He's entirely a cartoon.
His comical teeth. What?
Oh, and his massive abs. Don't forget about those.
Yeah, don't forget his massive fucking heroic Chad bitch shoulders and biceps and chest fly for his mother's head. Fucking big dick Chad energy.
Fuck yeah!
Mother doesn't want to cream herself and lay her head directly on your masculine fucking torso. You're a fucking beta.
Oh god. Timon puts one hand on the back of his mother's head and opens his mouth, which makes a very gentle sound, and softly tells her with a very comforting and warm breath that covers her,
Whispering in her ear gently.
"Thank you, Ma, for everything. I'm so happy and thankful that you're my own mother. But you need to not have any worries at all." Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Fucking Shadow the Hedgehog serial killer is where we went.
He slowly continues, "Because, well, I love you very much too. You know?"
It's a loving, mild, open-mouthed smile. While showing... No! No, I refuse to read comical upper teeth again.
I refuse.
Upper teeth to her afterwards, caringly rubs the fur on the back of her head a few times. His mother's smile deepens and becomes hopeful, showing that she fully acknowledges her son's love and sincerity. He then moves his head down to kiss his mother gently on the forehead, and both of them close their eyes as he does so. So dreamy.
Oh.
He then lays the side of his head on top of Ma's hermel. He returns to looking at her once again and says, "Dude, you're just keeping the conversation going."
This is such a... I'm actually glad that we don't have chapters 2 through 4, because I doubt they have anything unique, because this is a very repetitive story, other than making it slightly creepy over time, basically.
And just like Ma says nothing, Timon continues conversation. "It's gonna be alright, Ma.
It's gonna be alright. I just wanted to say, it's gonna be alright."
It's gonna be alright, Ma.
5 chapters of this.
More creepy shit. "Really, Ma? It's gonna be alright." "Yeah, I didn't say anything. Really, I'm fine."
"Timon, I'm getting rather tired of your comical teeth at this point." "But I thought you liked my comic attitude."
I'm almost kind of wishing I didn't push you out of my vagina.
Darn, I'll just have to kill myself. I have a...
Direct abortion.
Yes. "I have a feeling everything's gonna be just fine, Ma. I've had to tell you 5,000 fucking times, but you'll see. I'm right here for you." We haven't established that. The staring and the rubbing and the kissing for hours, it seems like hours, has not established that he is there for her. Apparently that's not enough.
Literally, I feel like the story progresses. The hidden chapter 6. It's just like, it progresses, still telling his mom it's gonna be okay, and he's just like kissing her and then kissing her and then kissing her neck and sucking on her tit, and then he's like, "Wait a second, is this me or is this a little weird?" I feel like this might be a little weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Is this weird?
Ma, have we gone too
has
far?
His tit, in his mouth, and he's like, "I feel like this might be weird."
It wasn't
Maybe we
weird.
could back it up. I
It
don't
wasn't
know.
weird 21 years ago. Why has it got to be weird now?
Yeah, we used to do this. The first moment I remember being you in my life, or whatever the fuck the sentence was.
Timon lowers the bottom of his head on top of Maz as he says this, and with one hand on the back of it, rubs it for a moment, for the 5,000 fucking time, for a moment, with both of them now fully embracing each other on the middle of this large hammock.
That's a
What?
gross little image.
Are they in, like, missionary now at this point?
Right, that's fine. That's what I was just. That's why I said that's a weird image.
Are they just so that involves either they're laying on top of each other, they're completely like spooning, or no, that'd be more than spooning. That this would be sex at this point almost, at least.
Especially since.
And there's no clothes involved in The Lion King.
Say, to quote the legendary Animal of the Wild, it's just like, wait, are the animals naked if they're not wearing clothes? Wait, does that mean they're all naked? Wait, does that mean that Timon and Pumbaa and Simba were naked in a hot tub together? Wait, guys, if there's no clothes, they're naked.
Ah!
Legend.
He closes his eyes and gently sighs out a deep, true love for his mother. And another tear falls from his eyes and onto the orange hair of Ma's head.
Look, it's just platonic naked spooning. Okay.
Platonic.
Really not a big deal, guys.
No incest. You've done this.
Dirty Fox, stop reading into it.
I remember the last time I've heard people visiting their parents, and there's so many stories of, when I went to visit my parents, I just I was sleeping there. My mom came by. She was like, hey son, I've been thinking about a lot about your adventures lately. It's like, it's gonna be okay, ma. And then we started rubbing each other, kissing each other all over. Some tit sucking might have been involved, and we started like we got into that position where the penile area gets rather close to where the vaginal area is, but there was no incest involved. I swear to God, don't get that idea. It was just it's just what mothers and sons do.
Yeah, she just climbs into bed with me, and we just it's just platonic naked cuddling. It's not really a big deal.
It is. You guys are just too damn picky. Let me live my life, for God's sake.
With Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes, with Jesus fucking Christ, for Timon the Great.
Jesus Christ is not in this fanfic. Does not associate with this shit. A moment later, Timon looks up and briefly opens his eyes and warmly smiles at us.
Wait, what?
Smiles at us.
Is he breaking the fourth wall?
Probably Timon's the Great. Like, I just want to fuck Timon. I just wish I was there with him, and I could fuck him, and I could fuck his mom too.
He definitely has a self-insert version where Ma's replaced with himself, his OC.
It's like, oh, Uncle Max, it'll all be okay, Uncle Max. Makes that with it. I don't know. Smiles at us for a few seconds before he moves his head down and continues to hold Ma tightly in his arms. This time, tighter than Ma's arms are wrapped around his body. Okay, definitely mutual hugging here. Short while of time later, both of them fall asleep together head to head in their loving embrace.
Loving embrace. That's a terrible term. Holy shit.
Definitely not weird. Definitely doesn't feel like singing or sex or anything.
Oh my
God. It's not inappropriate. It's not inappropriate. You're all imagining it.
You fucks are just get your head out of the gutter. I am descriptive. I like to get deep into that mother-son bonding. It's it's people don't put enough detail into it. There's nothing beyond what the words say. It is just exactly what you are supposed to get from it, and you're not supposed to read into it any deeper than what the surface level is. So if you do, you're just a hater. Honestly.
children just don't love their parents the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, Timon, he's a hero. You hear that? He's a hero. He's a fucking Chad, ripped, comical.
For his mother, that's all.
We have learned that he is fucking ripped. He is somewhat human-like. He has a human soul. The human soul.
Fucking hero.
He is a fucking hero. He is a very funny guy, too. He's just a lovely, lovely man. His mother loves him so much.
Yeah.
And you can see why. You can see why.
After. They had sex after.
They had sex after. The end. They had sex after. The end. There's she is desperate. The dad's no longer around. That's
there's
convenient.
No dad present. That's probably part of it. So she's just tired and horny. Give her a fucking break.
Yeah, how dare we make fun of her?
Yeah.
For just doing what she gotta do.
I mean, he probably looks a lot like his dad, I would assume, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty much the same thing.
You're right.
Pretty
But-
much the same. How can any different?
Holy shit, that was better than I thought it would be. That was amazing.
I forgot.
Wow.
God.
Fucking wow.
Nick
Clapping.
Simone said the night after.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Wow.
That was better than I expected.
That's what your father said.
I'm gonna tell Puma all about it. He might stop by next night. I hope you like him large.
Not incest. It's not incest, okay?
It's not, you fucking haters. But meanwhile, let me delete it in shame.
Honestly, right.
Oh, God. That was incredible. Just
That was-
round of applause for Timon the Great.
I know.
Truly a man of our times. A man that knows better than us, for sure. He knows what's up.
Oh.